carry on, we are going to do the second part of 6E or 5E. Okay, so previously we did quotient and oscillation potential, that all those are just related back to the angle. So if just a quick recap. So you have all four quadrants here. And okay, so you got theta here. And if you draw theta here, and theta here, so this angle is theta. This is 180 degree minus theta. This is 180 degree plus theta, because where the location is. This is 360 degrees minus theta. Oopsie. Okay, so for all those values, for trigonometry values, all four angle is the same, but following all station to central, the first quadrant, all of the three signs are positive. The second quadrant, only sign is positive. So and for third quadrant, tangent positive. For the last one, cos is positive. So that's what we learned last lesson, and also we did all the graphs as well, but we're gonna bring that up a little bit later. Okay, so today we basically just go through a few harder questions. So for example, those ones, in this case, basically we don't need calculators, just need those two to work it out. If you doubt, you can always punch in calculator and see whether you got it correct or not. So for the first one, sine 150 degrees is basically sine 180 degrees minus 25 degrees. Okay, so as again in the second quadrant, I'm going to copy that down. Okay, copy. Actually, I'm going to cut and paste here. Okay. Alright, so it's basically second quadrant and only sine is positive, so this is apparently sine, so it's the same as sine 25 degrees, which is 0.42. Okay. The second one, cos 205. Cos 205 happened to be cos 180 plus 25 degrees, which is the third quadrant, which is negative. So negative cos 25 degrees, which is negative 0.91, which is given on top what cos 25 is. The next one, cos 335. 335 is 360 minus 25 here, so is cos 360 minus 25. So that means it's the last quadrant and the same as cos 25. So cos 25 is positive. Last quadrant cos is positive, so 0.91. Simple. Okay. Need to move this down a little bit. Yeah. So sine 305. 305 again is sine 360 minus 25 degree. Yeah. So basically is sine 25 on the last quadrant, which means it's negative. Sine 25 degrees, which is negative sine 25 is 0.42. Okay. Next one, similar, sine 205. Sine 205 is 180 plus 25. So in the third quadrant, so it's negative sine 25 degrees minus cos 115, cos 155. Cos 155 second quadrant is basically cos 180 minus 25. So cos in the second quadrant is negative, so negative cos 25 degrees. Okay, so we just do substitution. Negative 0.42 minus is plus 0.91. So if you calculate that, 0.49. Okay, last one. This is bigger than 360. Anything that bigger than 360, we minus 360 first and see what we got. So it happens to be cos 25 degrees. Oh, first quadrant, doesn't really matter that much. And then the second one is sine. If you minus 180, Let me see. 515 minus 1, no, not 180, 360. Because we minus 1 revolution is 155. So it's basically just sine 25 on the second quadrant, so minus sine 25. Okay, so basically is 0.91 minus 0.42. The answer is still 0.49. Easy. Okay. Alright, great. Let's move on. Right, this one we actually need the graphs. I copied those three from straight from textbook. So we already learned how to do this in the reciprocal last lesson. So, oopsie. So, well, we actually need to remember this, so we know how to do these questions. So let's do the top four first. Sine theta. So pick a point. If you remember the graph, just need to pick a point. I'm just going to make this slightly bigger, actually. Put it better that way. Okay, slightly bigger, so you can see. Okay, sine theta. So we need to pick a point. So let's say 90 degrees. 90 degrees here. So negative 90 is where? Down here. So 1 to negative 1, that's opposite. So it's negative. Is the same as negative sine theta. Okay. So sine 90 is 1. Sine negative 90 is negative 1. So that means sine negative 90 is negative sine theta. Yeah, negative 9 sine 90, which is negative 1. Yeah. If you get around that one, the second one's easier. So cos, let's pick another point. This is no point picking 0, so let's try 180. Yeah. Negative 1. So sine negative 180, so we have a negative sign. Sine negative 180 is also 1. So that means it's same as cos theta. Yeah. I'm just using points to tell where they are not. So for 10 it's a little bit weird because we can't really pick much angle. If we pick 0, it's just weird, okay? So let's try 45 degrees. So 45 degrees is 1. Negative 45 degree is negative 1. So that means it's negative 10 theta. Okay. Yeah. If you learned odd and even function before, this makes sense as well, because sine is a odd function, cos is a even function, tan is also an odd function. So yeah. Now the last one, I didn't put it in there because I just want you guys to remember how to draw that graph. So sec is the reciprocal of cos, or 1 over cos theta. Yeah. So we do the cos theta again. We can't. We don't have any value when cos x is 0. So we're going to do the asymptote there. Now all the others for y value of 1, we have the intercept, and if you remember, the graph goes different ways, opposite ways. Okay. All right. So now we can do substitution and see what you got. So let's say 180 degrees. Let's pick this one. Sec negative 180 is this point. So the same value. So that means sec negative theta is sec theta. Okay. Right. The next three. The next field, we actually don't really need to use the graph at all, because we can just use exactly the same as the diagram above. So sine 180 minus theta, which is second quadrant, is positive for sine, so it's the sine theta, same as sine theta. Sine 360 minus theta, which is the third quadrant, which means is negative. Sorry, apologize for missing a negative. So cos. For the 180 minus theta is second quadrant, only sine is positive, so cos is negative. Cos theta. 10, 180 plus theta, which is third quadrant, 1, 2, 3. So 10 is positive, so that means it's same as 10 theta. Simple. If you're not sure, you need to go back to look into part 1, and then it will make more sense. So I skipped some of the easy question. I'm just going to jump straight into the much harder questions because there's no point in easy questions. All right, for question 18, I put down A and B. I think you guys can do the rest. I'm just going to do A and B here. A few things we need to know, which is exactly what we did earlier, and the absolute values. So if you remember how those goes, okay. So first 30-degree and 60-degree angle. So sine 30 is half here, 1/2. Opposite adjacent is 1/2, and then this one, if you use Pythagoras, square root of 3. So we got sine 30 degree is 1/2. Cos 30 degrees is root 3/2, and tan 30 degrees is 1/3. I'm not going to simplify this for this question because when I did this, they don't really rationalize it. So if you rationalize it, it just you need to do both left hand side and right hand side. So no point. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it like that. And sine 60 degrees is 3/2. Cos 60 degrees is half. Tan 60 degrees is square root of 3. So another triangle we need to remember. Oopsie. Not as good as I thought. Okay, is 45-degree angle. 45-degree angle, 45, by 45, that means it's isosceles, so we do 1, 1 and both sides. If you use Pythagoras, that's square root of 2. And sine 45 degrees is opposite, so 1/square root of 2, and then cos is the same, square root of 2. Tan, oopsie, tan 45 degree is 1. Okay, so with this we can, because all of those use absolute value, so we need to use absolute value as well. So yeah. All right, so let's move on to A and B. Okay, sine 330 is the same as what? 360 minus 30 degree. Yeah. What? I'm just going to do one by one. It's probably easier that way. So one by one. Okay, so sine 330 degrees equals to sine 360 minus 30 degrees. So fourth quadrant sine is negative, so it's negative sine 30 degrees. Okay. Second one is cos 150 degrees. Is cos 180 minus 30 degrees. Easy. So second quadrant cos is negative. Okay. So for cos 390 degrees. So anything bigger than 360, we minus 360. 390 minus 360 happen to be 30 degrees. So cos 30 degrees. Oh, okay. So sine 390 degrees equals cos similar. 390 minus 360 again is, oopsie, just sine. Is sine 30 degrees. If we do substitution, left hand side equals to sine 330 is same as negative sine 30 degrees. Yeah, put a bracket around it. And then cos times cos 150, which is times negative cos 30 degrees, minus cos 390, which is cos 30 degrees. Sine 390 is sine 30 degrees. Oh, okay. Sine negative become positive. So sine 30 degrees cos 30 degrees minus. We do sine first. So let's do sine 30. cos 30. They're the same, so subtract equals 0 equals to right hand side. So we're done. Easy. Now the second one. Wait. Okay. Sorry. Just easier if we were to roll station to central. Okay. The second one is similar. We do exactly the same. You can pause this video and do it yourself first, or you can just watch me doing it. So 420. Again, we minus 360 first here. So sine 420 minus 360. 420 minus 360 is actually 60 degrees. So sine 60 degrees. Cos 405 degrees equals to sine minus 360 again. Oopsie, cos again. Cos 405 minus 360 degrees. I happen to be cos 45 degrees. Okay. Next one, cos 420 is similar as the first one, so we know that is cos. 420 minus 360 is 60 degrees. And then sine 405. 405 minus 360 is 45, so it's sine 45 degrees. Okay, so let's go back to the ratio here. Sine 60, you remember that equals to square root of 3 over 2. Cos 45 is 1 over square root of 2. Cos 60 is 1 over square root of 2. Sine 45 is... Oh, that one's wrong. Cos 60 is 1 over 2. Sine 45 is 1 over square root of 2. So substitution, left hand side equals to first one square root of 3 over 2 times square root of 2, 1 over square root of 2 plus 1 over 2 times 1 over square root of 2. Okay, so we just simplify. Square root of 3 on top, 2 square root of 2 on the bottom, 1 on top, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times square root of 2. Common denominator, we can just put it together. So square root of 3 plus 1 on the top, 2 square root of 2 on the bottom, so we choose exactly the same at the bottom, so to right hand side. We're done. Okay, I think you guys can do the rest. Yep, so I give you a few questions to do as homework for those ones. Because the 18 haven't finished, you can finish 18 as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.